the beginning, there were cars. Then cars begat monsters. Then monsters begat ratings. Then Jesse James got religion. The master fabricator is now a monster administrator.
We take people's spirit and crush it.
A joyful noise is filling the garage. Gather your flock and pull up a rock. The next episode of Monster Garage, praise be the glory, is upon us.
Join us now as Jesse and his gang of maverick mechanics rip, grind, and burn, transforming ordinary street vehicles into monster machines in the Monster Garage. This week's challenge, take a 1994 Chevy Suburban and transform it into a mobile wedding chapel, complete with pipe organ. The rules. When built, the monster machine must appear to be stock. The team can spend no more than $3,000 in cold cash for parts. Jesse and his crew have 7 days and 7 nights. On the first day, they design. On the next 5, they build. And on the 7th day, they race. If successful, each team member takes home a $3,400 set of Mac tools. And the clock starts now. Day 1. The design team arrives at the Monster Garage to answer their calling. They must turn this Suburban into the wedding chapel from hell. They have the right Hellraiser, Jesse James, descendant of the legendary outlaw, who is best known for marrying pieces of raw steel into clean, custom cruisers.
We're gonna make a mobile wedding chapel / pipe organ. You guys are the experts. I'm just kind of going what I saw in cartoons and stuff like that.
Do you want the organ to have to be played by an organist, or you want it to be played by itself?
Played by an organist.
Okay. The art of building real organs is far from dead.
Charles Kegg is a traditional pipe organ builder from Ohio. The Kegg Organ Company has built organs for churches, businesses, and homes.
My company builds pipe organs for churches, residences, synagogues, public buildings, that sort of thing. Typically, it would take us 6 months and would cost $250,000 to $300,000 to build a typical church pipe organ. The whole concept of a roll-around pop-up wedding chapel is pretty outrageous. I'm sure most of my colleagues in the business would have turned their back and said, these people are totally insane, which, for the record, you are. We're going to need an air source.
A large blower feeding into a common manifold or air box. Valves opening to each pipe that respond to the keys, and then the pipes.
Steve Hosking is an electrical engineer from Santa Cruz, California. He built an organ that is everything but traditional. It's a mobile, fire-belching beast he calls Satan's Calliope, which can be seen cruising the scorching desert at the annual Burning Man Festival.
Started out life as an electric golf cart. We tend to get large numbers of police officers arriving because they think there's a shootout going on. Jesse wants a total monster. We're going to do everything we can to give it to him.
Now with the pipes that have the flutes cut in them, can we make those ourselves?
Because it takes one per note, and there's a lot of notes going by.
You're going to probably need something on the order of 30 notes.
That's not a lot, that's easy.
First, you have to decide what you want the thing to sound like.
I want it loud.
Steve hooks a pipe to a shop vac to test Jesse's hearing.
It's not loud enough.
Do you want everybody in the area to hear it, or do you want it more intimate? Because the Calliope...
I want everybody in the state.
Okay, well, that's Calliope.
Donald Barnes is the minister responsible for uniting Jesse with his wife, Janine.
Is that symbolic?
They used to actually power these things on steam, and the idea was to get it loud.
Let's do that.
What's
with
your
a burner and a tank with water. Let's make a steam-powered one.
We need to build a boiler.
I'm a Navy certified welder. I can make it watertight. I just think it'd be cool having all this copper stuff and a boiler and a burner and it leaking a little bit from everywhere and like, you know, blowing steam and stuff like that. That's gonna make people want to get married. I think it's so cool. We've never done anything steam powered. I think the pipe organ would probably fit in the back here. These doors should swing open. The arch should be this way so the couples can walk right through and right out the other side and be married.
That's an assembly line.
John Fry is an artist for Honda. He draws up the prenuptial agreement for the build.
And make this white and like powder coat it white with some mesh so it looks like lattice work.
Yeah.
So it looks a little chapelish.
Hey, well, you can make like stained glass or something like that.
Yeah, so I think we got a good solid plan.
Here's how their Suburban will find religion. The doors will lay down to form ramps. The roof will give rise to a steeple and open up for the pipes. The rear doors will part for the keyboard, and a steam-spitting boiler will turn their heavenly organ into an ear-splitting hellraiser. Day 2. The build crew arrives to find their irreverent Jesse James awaiting to reveal their divine plan. Jim Morrison is an industrial contractor and builds race cars on the side. He's from Salem, Ohio. From Olympia, Washington, Tana Carlo is a show car painter and fabricator. Tony Gentile from Tahunga, California is a professional fabricator and builds old-school rods. Ray Kent is a theatrical technical director with a master's from Yale. He comes from Aliso Viejo, California. Steve Hosking, the Calliope King, stays for the build.
So we're gonna make a mobile wedding chapel with a mobile calliope.
Right.
We gotta make the doors gull wing down. We had talked about maybe doing it steam powered. Let's make this a steam powered one. We've never done anything steam powered. I just think it'd be cool. I just think it'd be cool.
From the first time it came up in the design, Jesse's been stoked about using steam power. The first time he brings it up in the garage, the team starts talking about
The tractor where I live.
Well, at the state fair that blew up, yeah.
Killed a couple of people.
a tractor. They're backtracking.
I still think we should do it.
Turns out, before Jesse showed up, Steve convinced the team that steam power is too dangerous. Watch out, Jesse. It's an ambush.
If the boiler were to blow up, anybody near it would get killed. It's that simple.
Sober words of caution from the multi-pierce pyromaniac who built this organ flamethrower.
So basically, you guys are all scared to do it out of steam because some tractor blew up in St. Louis or something like that.
You know, we want it to succeed. We don't want it to fail.
So let's do it easy so it succeeds for sure.
Jesse pretends not to notice the knife in his back and asks the team to keep his dream of steam alive.
If we could steam power it, that would be cool. If we do it any other way, we're being pussies.
I don't want to be called a pussy.
Break out the kitty litter, Jesse. This team's already left a bad smell in the garage. Nothing a little torching, welding, and grinding can't handle. Team Gutless gets their marching orders.
Let's start gutting it.
Okay.
The Suburban took its tear out in stride.
Sunroof.
After 150,000 miles, it's like an old boxer. You gotta hit it a few times just to wake it up.
Oh, I should probably get going on cutting up the organ parts.
Tony helped Steve bring in a long piece of copper pipe.
Number one. This is the big one. They all get smaller from here.
Steve quickly turns one into many. A new set of pipes for Steve's safe and steamless organ.
This is the manifold pipe that the whole organ's going to be fed from.
This thick-walled aluminum manifold pipe will serve as the monster organ's lung. The manifold is filled with pressurized air. When a note is pressed on the organ's keyboard, a valve opens at the base of the pipe, sending a blast of air up and out of the pipe. A note is born. Meanwhile, the plotting thickens. Steve reassures Jim, no steam.
We are going to go with nitrogen like we talked about earlier this morning, as opposed to...
We're gonna go with the nitrogen. Nitrogen good, no boom, just music. Shh. Don't tell Jesse.
It seems Steve thinks it's a big joke. It's okay to lie and cheat. Okay, Steve, we won't tell Jesse. The first big challenge for the team, modifying the rear passenger doors to fold down into entry ramps for their Chapel of Love. The doors will, in effect, become reverse gull wings. Tana wants to bracket them.
There is your clearance. And as it pulls up, it does this. No matter what, it will bring that door up into position. So it'd be doing this.
Paper schmaper, but only steel makes it real. Tony carves her brackets out of 3/8-inch steel plate.
Lay the hinge up there.
A beefy piano hinge gets welded on the bottom of the door to make it fold down.
They come up and down, no problem. When I was about 12 years old, my dad taught me how to pound out a dent on a truck he was gonna give me, and I just fell in love with it. I thought it was the coolest thing in the world. But I decided to step it up a level and become a professional. This is a 1950 Mercury. Got the French-in headlights. We did a chop top on this. Got all the skirts fit. Just all nostalgic. Trying to get my name out there and hopefully have a name like Jesse James one day.
Tony brings in one of 3 electric actuators the team will use to operate the side doors and the roof.
Excel, linear actuators.
The ram and bracket are in, and the reworked door is ready to test.
Okay, that's bad.
Gears are slipping.
No, we got a little problem.
If we keep messing with that and making that worm gear inside of there slip, we're just going to destroy it. And we definitely don't have budget for another pump.
It ain't happening. The door is too heavy, the ram is too short, and the bracket is too whatever. The team takes this minor setback as their cue. They're through, and so is day 2. Day 3. A new day. Same team, -1. After his steamless crew stole Jesse's fun, Steve goes to West Coast Choppers to borrow one of his tools, a precision lathe. The manifold and the organ pipes need threaded holes to connect to each other. The rest of the co-conspirators get back to work on the door ramps. Yesterday's failure has the team back at the drawing board, but they're still drawing blanks and wasting time. Finally, Ray, the Yale graduate, drops some science on the problem.
It takes more catenary force for that to get to a point past 90 degrees, which is when it's going to move the easiest. I'm the technical director for the Laguna Playhouse in Laguna Beach, California. I went to the best school in the world for technical theater, Yale School of Drama. I'm an artist. I like putting my hands on things. Set designers throw some weird stuff at you sometimes. You're always sort of asked to do the unusual in a short amount of time with no money. So Monster Garage is right up my alley.
With a math text in hand, Ray calculates the force required to pull up the door from beyond the 90-degree point where it lands.
In order to pull this up, we need 221 pounds of force to overcome gravity.
He then figures out the best angle for the ram to pull up the door and designs a new bracket system accordingly.
But we know physically it'll work.
Can't argue with math.
Okay, guys.
It's time to test Ray's high-tech hinge.
It's doing it on its own. Go, baby. Go, baby. No, you're gonna have it. You're gonna have it. Yep.
A little more. It's in. Do it.
Right on, guys.
Do it.
Good job.
Oh, bless your heart.
That's why I went to grad
Bless your heart.
Valves.
Steve returns from a full day at West Coast Choppers with another freebie.
Parker solenoid valves from EAI.
Good stuff.
Freebie.
Freebie.
Freebie. Zip.
Zero.
Nada.
Like a cold-blooded assassin, Steve delivers the final death blow to steam.
We'd basically be spraying the entire crowd with scalding water more than playing in the organ with steam.
Oh, we don't want to do that.
Jesse's kept hope alive, only to watch it die. It's not a pretty sight.
So no steam. I think everybody's wussing out. I don't really want to kill anyone. Well, maybe a couple people, but no one here.
Not yet, anyway. There's no steam, but this team is playing with fire. Before this build is done, somebody's gonna get burned.
Just stay focused, man. Keep the teamwork up. That's all. That's all that matters. As long as we work together, we'll get it accomplished.
I don't know if that makes good TV, but it makes good projects.
Oh, yeah.
Just keep it up, Steve. Traders always make for good television.
There's 3 of us that have been pretty frustrated. I'm gonna kick his.
And I definitely don't want this thing to fail.
I will beat your.
Monster Garage Factoid, the largest pipe organ in the world, is located not in a cathedral in Europe, but in a department store in Philadelphia. Day 4 begins with a trip to see how a real pipe organ works. And where better than the world-famous Crystal Cathedral in Garden Grove, California, which boasts the 5th largest pipe organ in the world.
There's 17,000 pipes, roughly. About 11,000 of them are in the front. So they range in size from 32 feet down to about the size of my pinky. It's quite a sound, isn't it?
Yeah. From crystal clean to down and dirty, the team gets back to their monster. At least now they know what their organ won't sound like. Steve heads back to his new home to machine the aluminum discs, which must fit just inside the base of the pipes. With Minister Don Barnes standing by, Jesse answers the call and gets ordained the modern way, online.
I'm trying to become a minister.
You have my blessing.
Was it this easy when you got ordained, Don?
It was a 4-year program.
They've got it condensed down to 5 minutes now. I don't want any of this yes and I do and all that stuff. I want them to like prove it. I want them to like slash their wrists and rub it together like blood brothers.
Okay, that might work.
It's official. The irreverend is now the truly reverend Jesse James.
Done.
When it comes to the institution of marriage, Jesse's just an old-fashioned master fabricator.
See, now my chick's gonna get mad. Fish that out, we gotta save it. Sorry. My wife, she'll get mad at me if I burn any wedding effigies. She's not gonna see the funny humor of Monster Garage. You know, haha, look at us, we're wacky burning stuff. She's just gonna think, that means you want us to split up.
The bells from his own wedding are still ringing in his ears. Ray and Tana start on the folding chapel roof. Ray mounts the tracks while Tana starts on the stained glass panes which will form the roof.
Okay, what we're working on right here is the 2 panels which will become the steeple. This all came naturally from childhood. Ed Roth used to take me down to Lion's Drag Strip when I was young.
Tana learned her trade from California's god of 60s counter car culture, Ed Big Daddy Roth, the rat fink himself.
He used to call me his little Rothschild. I owe everything to him. I have 44 Best in Show winning vehicles to my name so far. I've done everything from chop channel section, I do my own paint work. Ed Roth died just last year and it really hurts.
Tony and Jim have finished the second door. It's time for a test run.
The door comes up just like it's supposed to, shuts tight.
Jim Morrison was schooled in the steel mills of Ohio. He's come to sit and learn at the feet of the master.
Getting to meet Jesse James, I think Jesse deserves all the credit that he gets. He's definitely always doing something like new and innovative. He's just a top-notch welder, probably the nicest welds that I've ever seen in my life. He's the ultimate motorhead.
The doors are working. All the electrical connections are made. Everything's working fine. We're waiting on the second pane to be ground down, which Tana's doing now. But by the time she's done with it, we're going to be out of time tonight to do anything.
They walk out with no steeple for their chapel, no sign of Steve, and no idea when he'll show them his organ. The only thing that is done is day 4. It's the crack of dawn on day 5. Steve's back at the West Coast Chopper's organ grinder, still machining aluminum discs. He's made a lot of metal shavings, but no organ yet.
I love my little Mr. Magoo car.
Jesse arrives to find the boys are still waiting for Tana to finish grinding down the rather thick welds on the second roof pane.
She worked that frame.
Holy.
The heat generated from so much grinding has warped the frame that the crew is waiting for. Tana spent all day yesterday working on the roof panels, which are still not ready. It looks like the honeymoon is over.
There's 3 of us that have been pretty frustrated with her. I feel she's been taking way too much time, a lot of mumbo jumbo. She's been bullshitting with everybody instead of doing the work. And I mean, we're supposed to be a team.
Jesse heliarchs a cradle which will enclose the alleged organ. Finally, both halves of the roof are ready. Ray and Jim set them in the tracks.
Does this lay that in on the roof? Yeah, I mean, we're like an RCH right on these 2 pieces.
Tana takes on the task of turning the inside of the passenger doors into a walkway for the bride and groom. Tony fabricates a sturdy mount for the ram that will raise the roof.
It's going to help support this, and it's also going to help support this structure when we cut this loose to stop the car from folding in half, you know, because we're taking all this structure and support away from it.
Ray uses Tana's original door bracket to help the ram push the roof up. It will be under this arch that the nefarious nuptials will take place.
We didn't pie in a hinges. Heads up. Too far.
We gotta put a stop in there.
Bring it down, let's see what happens.
The roof is working. The team wonders if the same is true about Steve.
I think Steve's got it under control because he knew from the get-go I have machining experience, and he had plenty of help, but he didn't seem to need it, so we're counting on him to pull it out. You know, if he needed the help and he didn't ask, then that will be a problem. When he fails us, we're gonna beat his.
Steve finally returns to the garage with his machined organ parts. He assembles the first pipe, attaching the machined disc into the base, which will force the air into a wind sheet, which will blow on the sharpened edges of the upper part of the pipe, causing the air to oscillate. The pipes are just giant whistles. The exact pitch is determined by a tuning plug, which will be inserted into the top.
It's where you put the plug in the pipe that determines the note. The length of the pipe is just for the cosmetics, having the nice shape of the organ. So this is about what they're going to look like. Is there an air nozzle around? Air hose heading this way. Air nozzle, hey. There you go. I think we're there. All right.
Oh, so it's the automatic shop cleaner.
Never a dull moment.
The team has finally heard the first belch of their beast, but it's already after 7 at night, and they only have 1 day left to build. Still, without a finished organ, the team wants to proceed with mounting the pivoting organ cradle in the back of the Suburban, but Steve will not allow it.
I can't sanction that. It's going to fail. We have to be able to work on the organ outside of the vehicle and get that to a certain state of completion before we put it in. There's no other way to do it.
The Burning Man has become the Spurning Man.
I can mount this up there. We can try and get our geometry and get this. And
We can't get it. Don't you hear what I'm saying? Is that we can't get it until the organ's in this and we have the rest of the structure on this. We cannot get there from here. I can't plan ahead that far, and I know nobody else here can either.
So let's pose this question. How much more time do you need to get the organ to a state where we can put the pipes and the manifold into the basket?
The rest of tonight.
Rest of the night. All right, so let's get back to work then.
The team can only grind and bear it. It's Steve's organ, but this wedding party is disintegrating, and Jesse can feel it.
That's Monster Garage. We take people's spirit and crush it into oblivion.
Monster Garage Factoid. Las Vegas is the wedding capital of the world, hosting over 100,000 marriages a year. It's still day 5. It's after 10 p.m. with only 1 day left, and the team runs into a big problem. After finishing her walkways, Tana can't get the side doors to rise by themselves anymore.
Well, something's out of alignment. It was working.
maybe just the bar's out of them. Maybe. Yeah.
If she with that door, I'm gonna kick her in the mouth, dude. I swear to God, she should have been banging on it, dude. It was done. Leave it alone.
I don't know what was going on over there.
Well, I don't know either, but I'm because that thing ripped it, and now it don't. It was. We should just kick her off the build team.
What can you do?
Well, that means everybody's gonna compete.
There's dissension among the ranks, and I'm trying to keep my nose out of it.
What?
Me and Tony had them both working last night. Tana put the skins on them, now they don't work.
Now bring it up.
Too much weight.
Nope.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, can't go down to the next notch, can ya?
Nope. But that changed all the geometry, then we gotta cut all the brackets loose and start over from scratch.
What?
And I ain't doing that. You put pipes in there to make it raise up. These extra brackets in here. 10 pounds down there, it probably feels like 50 pounds to that ram. We just gotta cut them bars out of there.
Maybe.
We have, there ain't no maybes, we have to.
Let's check all the other avenues first.
They gotta go. There ain't no
Give me
choice.
a little time just to think about it.
Hey, Ray.
Okay?
Just don't click
can't
it up.
weld
Just
that
don't click it up.
No,
Just
not
strip
without
the gears.
assistance.
And I don't want to fix that either.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't think she has the skills to pay the bills, dude. That's my freaking personal opinion. She said she's been customizing cars for how many years? I've been doing this for 7 months, dude, and I'm all over her. Now the doors that we spent 2 days on to get working, they don't work because she put too much weight to pull them up. I told them earlier when they're adding these braces, a little too much, too thick.
Hey, Tony, don't you remember Tana asking you about the weight?
What's your question?
With the weight of this,
Right.
this floor panel, is it going to be a problem in lifting?
It should not.
Cool.
Should not.
Good not?
I'm giving her 10 more minutes and I'm gonna go in there and cut her off. Now what is she doing? Hey, Tana, tell me you're not making another bracket for that door.
Okay, I won't tell you. I'm going to try one thing. It's not going to bother me. It's just...
I'm gonna cut it out. We ain't got time for this, Tanya. You knew that's what the problem was the weight. You know what I'm saying? And we already had the doors working. There's no even reason to even start refabricating those brackets. No, I'm gonna cut them out myself.
You're gonna cut them
and
out?
if it works, what are you gonna give me?
a big hug.
I don't want a hug. I want
You don't want a hug? Well, we'll see how they work.
All right.
They aren't lifting because they're hyperextended, but you gotta let them try, you know? This is good for them. Let them try.
Okay.
If not, I can put it back on.
We ain't putting it back on because it's gonna work after I take it off.
All right.
Nice cold welds. Yeah, that was a strong weld. Where the is the power around here? This is how we had it, so I'm just gonna prove to her that it was the weight. Hey, how about that? It works. I told you, and you didn't listen to me.
Now you in for that hug?
I don't want the hug, I want the money, honey. Who was right, ladies and gentlemen? I ain't gonna look like a jackass because we fail. Man, I ain't got time for this.
This wedding party has dissolved into a hate fest.
I mean, this was the only project she really had today, and she didn't even finish it.
After I went to the bathroom and finished, turning off my faucet, of course, and wiping up and getting cold water and, the normal thing. I mean, after all, I am female, and these things do happen,
The only thing she's done good is those Maltese cross templates, and that's what she's good at is drawing and cutting out, and I think, that's her skill. She should have been on the design team and sent the hell home.
I don't know, maybe the stress is getting to him, and that's why he lashed out like that. It doesn't feel good when you're on my side of the fence. I mean, it doesn't have to slap people down. Somehow I think he needs to control that. Otherwise, he's not going to have very many friends that want to work with him.
Tension fills the room while Tony lightens the doors. Ray and Jim occupy themselves with building the rear sliding platform with the organ bench and keyboard stand. Left with no project to work on, Tana decides to undergo some plasma therapy. Turns out she's got the skills to cure Tony's ills with a slick show of plasma cutting panache.
I'm going to present him with the trophy and congratulate him on his accomplishment. Tony! I don't cuss, so don't take this wrong, okay? Presenting you with the Rat Fickle Finger Award
Right on.
for being #1.
I like that.
Now can I get that hug?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Oh.
Anytime you tell me you, I like it. I love that.
Hey, that was a tough one. It took a long time to get up to that one.
That's nice. I'm #1. That's awesome. I'll keep that forever. That's actually pretty cool. Pretty cool.
The team, or rather this dysfunctional collection of individuals, began this build by hijacking the project away from Jesse's steam-powered leadership. And now, the result is clear. Fragmented, bickering, and way behind schedule, this team has run out of steam and is about to run out of gas.
Jesse's itching to do a hitchin'. But folks, he needs some lovebirds right for the picking. His monster's gonna feed.
Maybe I can help out a little.
What's it gonna be? Holy matrimony or total anarchy? You be the judge.
Day 6, the final build day has arrived. There is no tomorrow. The exhausted crew straggles into the garage. Although they worked until 2:30 in the morning, Steve did not finish assembling all of the 26 pipes.
Got home at 3:30. My wife was a little chatty last night. I got to sleep about 5:30, got up at 6.
Jesse and the team are eager to mount the organ cradle in the rear of the Suburban, but Steve insists that they must wait for the organ to be completed to make sure it will fit.
Well, you should be able to weld this in and just unbolt it.
Well, he was worried about the geometry.
I wanted to just kind of reconnoiter the situation here.
Is that a real word?
It's all about this organ now, so.
The team seems to be getting tired of waiting for Steve's permission to move forward.
The job is done, and we got one guy. We're waiting to get it going. So.
Unfortunately, he spent the first 3.5 days over at West Coast Choppers doing machining. Tony's a machinist. You know, he could have definitely assisted him.
Any machinist can machine what he did in a couple hours.
He may just be the kind of person who prefers to work by himself. Unfortunately, this is a group effort. And, you know, he had information we needed, so a lot of projects got put off.
Steve and Tana hurriedly continue assembling pipes. There's not really anything the rest of the team can do until the organ is done. Jesse, who's been reduced to Steve's errand boy, heads off to the trucker store to get some clamps which will stabilize the delicate pipes. The rest of the team looks for ways to keep busy. Ray and Jim decide to add garage door springs to the problematic side doors to give them a little extra lift.
Does that work for us?
That does it.
Tony makes a bracket to mount the 2 large compressed nitrogen tanks.
That's what's going to give it its power. Instead of using steam, we're going to use nitrogen gas.
Wuss!
You're going to get the tanks mounted?
Yeah, I'm going to do that right now.
The nitrogen tanks will have to be mounted in the passenger seat, since the organ will barely fit in the back. Some wedding cake is brought in for the crew, and Tana is elected to decorate it. Ray tests the large ram, which will move the organ and the rear platform. Steve is still not finished with all the pipes, so Ray and Jim attach the ram to the rear platform and get ready to test it.
So, you ready, Ray?
Yeah. That's good. Woo! It works.
With her wedding cake decorated, Tana makes a hood ornament for the chapel. Jesse returns from the trucker store with his bounty. Steve is finally ready to start assembling the ranks of the organ pipes. An impatient Jesse begins welding support brackets for the pipes while Steve is still screwing the second rank of pipes in place. The organ is finally assembled, and Jesse pauses to behold its divine glory. It looks good, but it's still strangely silent.
You ready?
Now the team can work on mounting the 150-pound organ in the rear of the Suburban.
That's something you don't see every day.
Jim welds the pivot studs in place, and Tony cuts the rods that will connect the rear platform to the organ so they can deploy together using one ram. The ram will move the platform and the rods will pull the organ into the upright position. The keyboard is set in place before testing the deployment of the organ.
We are installed.
Oh, cool.
And a little support from above never hurts.
Could we have a time check? What time is it?
It is 7:30.
7:30.
Okay. No panic going on here. Okay, try it.
Oh, it's working.
The organ clearances are acceptable. Yeah, let's see if the roof shuts.
Oh, yeah. And you are doing plumbing and wiring?
Plumbing and wiring, yeah.
We have till midnight, right?
I'm gonna need somebody to help me.
You already got juice to the battery, so.
Okay, so this is hot right now.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Steve.
Yeah.
Is the wiring done yet?
No.
Almost? Okay, cool.
This will be number 15.
How about now? Are we there yet? No. Are we there yet? No. Are we there yet? No.
Can we do any of the plumbing for you?
Nope. It would take longer to explain how to do it, and I'd have to stop doing this to explain how to do it. If you want fast, just watch me happen.
You know, if this doesn't work, you know what's gonna happen, don't you?
What?
I'm asking you, what should your punishment be? What's your 40-yard dash time?
Yeah, how hard is it to run some freaking lines?
Look at them guys. Everybody's standing around. We're waiting, so.
Stop that, please. Please stop that. Hey, Tony, stop that. Hey, you, Steve.
Listen at me all day. My own brother don't talk to me like that. I will beat End of discussion.
We're sort of down to the wire, and we're waiting to hear this thing play music. Everything else works great.
I definitely want the tools, and I definitely don't want this thing to fail.
So we really all sort of put our faith into him, but he didn't really keep any of us in the loop.
You don't talk down to me, especially when you can't hold your own. We only got a couple hours left, and if we fail because of him, he better get the 40-yard dash running real quick.
It sucks. It like undermines the whole thing about a team. You know, it's about everybody pulling together.
He just wants to keep talking down to people. He hasn't done shit. He just knows how to run his mouth. And somebody's gonna have to shut it for him.
If it doesn't work, I'm gonna kick his
That's it. I share the same sentiment with those two. So I guess that's what'll happen.
So you ever talk to me like that again, and it's over. It ain't a threat. It's a promise. You better just watch your mouth. That's all that's gonna happen. Or it will happen. And I promise you.
Take it easy. Just don't forget.
You take it easy.
I'm trying to make peace, dude.
I don't want it.
In the fourth quarter, is Steve starting to turn into a We haven't had a fire for a while here, huh?
I'm just gonna break stuff.
Jesse is on a tear. So much for Art Appreciation Day in the Monster Garage.
This is Monster Garage, not Monster Arts and Craft Village.
God.
Now Steve is finally ready to start cooking with gas. The win or lose moment of truth is at hand. A veteran is brought in to coax the nitrogen-breathing beast to speak. It is Jackie Flory, the organist from Long Beach's own Queen Mary.
I've been the organist at the Queen Mary Wedding Chapel for 30 years.
As she settles her experienced fingers on the ivories, there is a rare hush of anticipation in the garage.
It works.
Well, it's really not in tune.
Though the organ is still uncomfortably loud and even more uncomfortably out of tune, Jackie perseveres through the dry run. The tortured sounds of this organ are a fitting backdrop to the death throes of this team's broken marriage. While the team files for divorce, Tom Pruitt gives the chapel some love.
We're going to base coat it silver primer sealer. Actually, the primer itself has metallic in it. And then we're going to top it off with the big silver flake.
Monster Garage factoid. The average cost of a U.S. wedding is $20,000. The average cost of a U.S. divorce? $20,000.
Okay, fans, we're living large in the #1 garage. There's another monster on the loose, so you know what that means. I'm Big Schwag.
And I'm Frankie Whiteside.
And this is the start of another Monster Garage Challenge.
Jesse's looking bad in a badass Suburban.
He's silver streaking right into Sin City.
And swag, it's Valentine's Day. Jesse doesn't want trouble. He's a man of the cloth now. Reverend James is looking for love.
That's right, Frankie. It's the Super Bowl of bondage, and the Master Minister wants to weld two people together in monster matrimony.
In a town known for wacky ways to wed, one lucky couple is about to make hitching history.
All Jesse needs are some victims, Frank. Volunteers.
The Stardust. Now this is Vegas. Old school.
What's up with these two, Frank?
They look like a honeymoon that's over.
Before it even started.
Swag, it's just not right. It's Valentine's Day.
They're breaking my heart! Bitchin' car!
Dude, that's a Ferrari Daytona Spider. Rare and expensive.
Hey, how you guys doing? You're not looking too happy. Is there something I can help you with?
Came all this way to get married and there's no place to go.
Everybody's booked. We have nowhere to go.
You mean nobody will marry you in this town? Well, maybe I can help out a little bit, okay?
Dude, who's the dude?
The Stardust is Wayne's World, and that's him, Wayne Newton.
Oh, Jesse. Yes, Wayne. Yeah, listen, I got a couple here that look pretty forlorn. You think you could help them out? Ciao. He's on his way.
Thank you.
Okay, you guys have a great life together, okay? God bless.
Now that's what I call class.
He's in a class by himself.
Mr. Newton, Monster Garage salutes you.
They don't make them like that anymore.
And there's only one guy who makes them like this. The name of the monster, Wedlock. Watch it unfold.
What is that?
This is good. If you're gonna build a chapel, it better have an organ.
Shh, let's listen, folks.
Ew, wow.
Ouch! Behind the wheel, he traded his blue collar for a white one, but don't cross him. He's a badass believer, the good Reverend Jesse James.
Chris, Sarah, Wayne called me, said you guys need to get hooked up with the wedding.
That's right.
That is true.
All right, we got some rings.
Hey, look at this, delivered in style by the best bellhop.
And the bar maiden of honor.
Sarah, you take Chris to be your main man.
I do.
Chris, you take Sarah to be your old lady.
Hell yeah.
All right, guys, go ahead, kiss.
Kiss?
Make it snappy. All right, here you go.
Jesse lays down his stamp of approval.
All right.
Pay up, suckers.
Don't wash that off or you're gonna mess it up.
All right.
All right, go ahead.
That's right, Jesse. Keep them moving.
Kids walk the walk.
Cue the race.
Check.
Some cheap champagne. The cake's on a roll.
No time to cut. Eat it. And that's Jesse's cue to beat it.
But he's got no time for bad receptions, misconceptions, and wimpy teams that blow off steam just to play it safe, you pansies! Because he's got metal to burn, sparks to fly, the next Monster Garage Challenge is just around the bend!
Hey, guys!
A full set of Mac tools is all that's needed to heal the wounds of the week.
Tana,
Here.
Steve, some tools, Monster Garage CDs. Congratulations!
Thank you.
Oh, you're wearing a Jeff Gordon.
It's original.